Today's yoga class is going to be just a lazy kind of feel-good yoga with some easy stretches, and it'll just make you feel really good. So we're going to start at the end of your mat here, taking in some deep breaths and rolling the shoulders back, clasping the hands behind the back, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, and bending into a forward fold with your hands clasped behind your back still for an extra stretch. If you'd like, you can also walk out the feet, bending the knees one at a time, getting extra stretches in the hamstrings. And you can bring your hands to the ground while you do that as well, or you can keep your hands clasped behind your back for extra stretches. Now, walking the feet forward a little bit, we're going to reach one leg back, getting a hamstring stretch in that front leg, flattening the back, so don't round your back like that. You want to kind of just keep your back flat to protect your back. And we're going to switch to the other side. Getting a nice deep hamstring stretch, and you can also add some movement, and you can do a static stretch, or you can just do as I'm doing and just kind of adding more of a movement to it, more of active kind of stretching, but still nothing too hard. We're just keeping it easy and flowy. Stepping one leg back and flexing the toes and stepping the other leg back. And now we're just going to widen the feet a little bit for a different stretch. And you can also clasp your hands behind your back again, but now it's more of a wide leg forward fold. And bring it up. And coming back to your mat in a seated position, you're going to bring your feet together, and we're going to do the butterfly. Great for the inner thighs. One of my favorite stretches. But if you can't really do that, or if you're not feeling it today, you can always just cross your legs. And we're going to add some more movement. This is great for your digestion, kind of a Kundalini exercise. Kundalini yoga, and we're just doing some torso circles in one direction, and then we'll switch the direction after. And kind of rounding your back to get a stretch. And then we're going to switch sides, moving the other way, counterclockwise. And as you're doing these torso circles, be sure to, when you round your back, squeeze your abs as well. Make everything engaged. And then here I'm just showing what it's like with, or in the butterfly position, but of course you can still continue to keep your legs crossed if you'd like today. And so it's just like a butterfly, except we're just adding more movement to the sides, getting more of a stretch in one side and the other side. More of a deeper stretch. And also it's nice to add a little movement in there too. And now we're just going to cross our legs, and we're going to do a twist to the side. Be sure to sit up straight so that you don't hurt your back. And we're going to stretch to the right side, looking over the right shoulder, reaching the arms up, Stretching, looking to the sky or the ceiling, and switching to the other side. Twisting and looking over the left shoulder. Now, still in cross-legged position, we're going to reach to the right side, lifting your left arm overhead, getting a good oblique stretch, and switching to the other side, switching to the left side. And then we're going to do it a little quicker, going to the right side and to the left side, adding more of a movement and flow. Just feels nice to move while you're stretching, I feel. Not always just stay in one spot while you're stretching. And now we're just adding a sweep kind of to the front. Feels really good on the lower back as well. Now now the right ankle is over the left in this cross-legged position, and we're just going to reach it forward. And don't forget to breathe. Breathing is very important. If you stop breathing, then you die. And then we're going to just roll it back up, and we're going to switch the left leg over the right, switching to this side. Relaxing in the stretch. Feel a good deep stretch. And rolling it back up. Moving on in onto your knees. And we're going to go into a child's pose. But instead of a regular child's pose, we're just going to open the knees up a little bit more and get a really good inner thigh stretch, as well as your shoulders. Or for another option, you could also just cross your legs and move into somewhat of a child's pose, but with your legs crossed. Either way, whichever one you're feeling like today. And now we're going to get a nice side stretch, reaching the right arm to your right side of your mat and bringing your left arm on top of the right arm, getting a nice stretch in the left side and switching to the other side. Holding the stretch, getting a nice deep stretch again. Then back into a regular kneeling position. We're going to do some moving forward folds kind of thing. It's another Kundalini move. And you just kind of round your back, kind of like a snake. Kind of think of yourself like a snake, just rolling forward, releasing your back, breathing. You can do a couple more of them, and then once you're done with that, then you can just go into a regular child's pose with your arms behind your back, kind of into a ball. And then we're going to go onto your hands and knees. Do a little cat and cow, stretching the back again, rounding the back, and squeezing your abs, looking up to the ceiling, rounding your back, and then stretching your abs. Now we're going to move into a upward dog, and of course you can just hold this stretch, or you can do some twists, twisting to one side, getting more of a different stretch, and to the other side. And if this hurts your back, of course, you don't have to do that. You have to do it with good form or not at all, right? And just into a upward dog again, coming all the way down onto your forearms. We're going to get a nice quad stretch now. And now you can do the bow pose, holding onto both of your ankles, or you can just do one leg at a time. It's easier usually. And stretching one leg and then the other leg. And if you're up for the challenge, you can just hold your ankles and reach as high as you can, as high as it feels comfortable, and then releasing it down to the mat. And we're going to continue doing this a few more times. So up as high as you can, getting the knees off the ground, and then releasing. And now letting go of your ankles, releasing your legs all the way down to the ground. You're going to go into upward dog and then child's pose again. Just releasing the back a little bit. And next, we're going to go onto your forearms yet again. And you're going to lift your left leg up and look over your right shoulder and then switch. So you're lifting your right leg, looking over your left shoulder, and switching. Opposite leg and opposite shoulder. And make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders either. You want to keep good in alignment. You can always pause the video and do more of these moves if you like. I'm just going to move into child's pose again. Feels nice after extending the back. You get a nice release in your back. And so now we're going to move into another Kundalini move. I'm just going to do these twists, and it feels really good in the hips, I feel like. Moving into child's pose, and then kind of twisting your hips into like a circular motion. And once we're done a few of these, we're going to switch and go in the other direction. Now we're just going to sit down and we're going to grab the back of your knees, rounding the back. And we'll just round the back, squeeze the abs, and then extend. So we're rounding the back and then coming up. And we're going to do this a few more times as well. And then we're just going to windshield wipe the knees side to side, the windshield wiper, side to side. Also feels really nice in the glutes. And side to side. And in your abs as well, right? And then you can come onto your forearms as well and do the same movement. And then we can lay down and do the same thing. Lots of variations of the same kind of thing. Now reaching the left leg out, we're going to grab the right knee in. You can also roll your ankle too. Get a good stretch in your feet as well. And we're going to bring the right knee over and do a little twist. Also great for the back as well. And we're just going to sweep the arm over the head. Doing this a couple more times. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And bringing the left knee into the chest now. Rocking back and forth. And we're going to reach that over to the right side, extending your left arm as far as you can, closest to the ground as you can. And we're going to do those arm sweeps again. And one more time. And now we're just going to grab both of the knees now and rocking side to side. This feels really nice for the lower back as well. And then stretching the legs close as you can to your head. And we're going to move into happy baby. So bending the knees, holding onto your feet. And you can rock side to side as well. And then we're just going to roll it up. Slowly roll it up. And we're going to do a little mini meditation. And we're just going to sit cross-legged on your mat. Take a few deep breaths first. I'm going to just reach the arms up overhead. Clasping the fingers. Getting a little stretch. Stretching the triceps, whatever you like. And now we're just going to simply just sit. Sit and breathe. And you don't have to eliminate your thoughts. You don't have to stop thinking. That's actually quite impossible. But just watching your thoughts. Watching your thoughts like clouds drifting by. Breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling how good your body feels now. Ready to take on the day or the rest of your day or night, whatever time of day it is. And we can do some neck rolls if you'd like to. So to one side and then the other. And feel free to sit here and meditate as long as you like. There's never too much meditating that you can do. But really, meditation is what you should be doing in your everyday life, being present wherever you are, no matter where you are, not just with your yoga. So I'm so glad you joined me, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!